What's up, everyone? It's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back. It's Tuesday, and it's Otaku Tuesday, and I'm here with the squad. Yes, we got a few people missing, but they'll be back soon. Don't worry. Tonight, we're going to talk about some big releases from Yen Press, Seven Seas, and I think Square Inks is the other one. Plus, we're also going to announce our top 5 for the manga with the most beautiful art. But before we get into that, let's say hi. First time on the show, Baz. How are you?
Howdy. I'm doing good. Excited to be here. Hope I can make at least a few more before I go back to the office.
We hope so too.
Yes.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
I'm doing good. Very excited to be here. I've been looking forward to it since last week.
I know.
I'm very excited to be here.
Last week was bad. I'm sorry, guys.
I thought it was for everybody, though.
I know. It was one of those weeks.
It was.
And how are you doing, Bizarre?
I'm doing good. I'm glad I can actually get off work tonight, so I'm excited to be here.
That is nice. Well, we're going to get into it, but first I want to remind the chat, do not forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. We're getting really close to 600, so I'd love to get there, and maybe we'll do a special live stream for that. But first, we're going to talk about the Yen Press releases, and let me bring that up. They changed so much in this StreamYard. They call everything so different things now. I have to figure it out.
They changed it that much in like 1 week?
Yeah, they do. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Yen Press releases first. The first, they have a few. The first one is School Live Letters. Now that the apocalypse is over, the former school living club members move on to a new stage of their life, with each member walking a different path. Letters help everyone remember the past, live for the present, and stay connected with each other. I don't have any more information on it than that, but has anybody got any thoughts on this one?
Where was it?
By the cover, I would have passed it up, but now that you read the premise, it sounds very interesting. I love anything like end of the world, like type.
Yeah, that cover does not match that description. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I second that.
No, it doesn't.
But the premise,
I would have thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. And the next one is Hirano, and I'm going to put your name. I apologize in advance. Kagura. It all starts when Kagura moved into the dorms. He was supposed to have a normal roommate relationship with a normal guy. So the last thing he expected was someone like Hirano. Although the first impressions was of a bad boy delinquent, Hirano's mother's hen nature quickly turned on its head. And so over the course of the first 6 months together, he falls hard for the perfect man. Thoughts?
So
this is the spin-off for Sasaki and Miyano.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I was like, they look just like the guys on the other one, but I couldn't think of what the name of that series was.
Yeah, it's the Senpais.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you like their dynamic, this is probably going to be your jam.
Do you know if I like the whole entire where he likes like the BL aspect and he reads that. Is any one of these like an otaku?
Not really. They're just like dudes.
Okay. I mean, I'm still gonna pick it up. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I mean, I love her art. So
yeah, I like the cover art really.
Yeah, I've never read either the other series, but I always appreciate the art on them because they're just so pretty.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah, I haven't read the other one either. I didn't even know this was a spinoff.
I didn't either.
All right, next up, Assorted Entanglements. Discover a variety of stories about women's love, starting with Laura, a 28-year-old office worker. What?
Sorry, I just looked ahead a little bit. The Bride of the Barrier Master and School Live Letters has the same color.
Yeah, it's they accidentally put the wrong cover down there. The cover was actually all the way up and above. Okay, so it starts with Laura, a 28-year-old office worker who sets out to drown her love in job sorrows and booze. When she wakes up next to someone she can't believe it, her partner was Minawi, a worker at the bar who doesn't want to forget what they have. Okay.
It sounds like a pretty standard one shot UD title.
Is that sirens in the
It could be
background?
good.
Not me.
Okay, I was like, wait a second. I was like, that doesn't
could
sound
be.
like it's here.
Eh,
It could be good. I don't know.
yeah, kind of not decide. Okay, and now the description with the wrong picture. Bride of.
Yeah.
I think it's this one here.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it is that
that's
one.
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's,
Yes, it is that one.
okay. So we have Bride of the Barrier Master. Long ago, Japan was protected by 5 crystal pillars. Though 18-year-old Hana was born to one of the branch families that defended the pillars using supernatural abilities, she has lived in the shadow of her brilliant twin sister from a young age. When Hana finally awakens to the powers of her own one day, however, she opts to hide them out of desire to complete her high school education in peace. That is until Sakua, the arrogant yet powerful head of her family's primary branch, falls for her and forces her into signing a marriage contract with him. But can Hana rise to her true potential under the wing of her husband-to-be?
I want her to kick his ass.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say.
I'm
like,
what a butt. What a total butt. Kick his ass.
That threw me off when it said high school education. I was
I
like,
know.
wait a second. I was like, had to go look up the full cover because I was like, I thought this was a fantasy, but I'm like, that doesn't sound like it. I know the cover's really pretty. I wish this was a manga and not a light novel because I feel if it was, I would pick it up because it's very intriguing. And yeah, I'm seconding that. She needs to kick his butt for sure.
Okay, I have read the first chapter of Assorted Entanglements through means in the past. It's pretty.
It's pretty.
It's nothing. Yeah.
Nothing to,
I mean, if you like pretty decent, if you like adult romance drama, it's probably your jam. But otherwise, it's not anything too exciting.
Okay, so yeah. I mean, so far out of them, the bride sounds interesting. It's just that whole part of him forcing her into a marriage contract.
Yeah.
Kick his butt.
Kick his butt. If Bianca was here, bang bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang bang.
SOTUS, okay, is an educational system in which upperclassmen impose trials upon underclassmen. I cannot say that name. Artheta, leader of the engineering seniors, plans to put his new juniors through a harsh training regimen to earn the symbol of their major, the gear. However, the first year name Cogpod causes new headaches when he declares he'll snatch the gear from him. I'll make you my wife.
What are these names?
I know! I'm like,
what are these names? No, they're real weird.
Is it not Japanese? Is it maybe like...
No, they're not Japanese at all. It's not even like, it's not even Korean. I don't know what this is.
I don't think it's Thai.
Who knows? Doesn't sound particularly interesting.
Yeah, I think this one comes out in March of next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the author is bittersweet. Like, I feel like you can make so many puns with that.
Right? I love seeing what's it called? Like BL like manga artists and writers. Because usually like those names are probably like their Pixiv names.
Oh, okay.
It's why you'll see like there was like something that's coming out that was announced last week by Omu the Rice and things like that. That's why there's like weird names.
I remember seeing something like that. That was for a manhwa, wasn't it? No.
Yeah.
It
or
was
something like that. I think so. I don't know, but usually it's usually because they start with publication on art sites like Pixiv, and then they'll get picked up. Like that's how A Man and His Cat started. It started as a Pixiv comic.
Okay. Oh, it's the Red String of Fate one.
Yeah, that's the one. Actually, did we want to move into 7 Seas now? Since
I was going to just bring that up now.
I can send you the individual links if you want.
All right, so we're gonna talk
there
about
we
the
go.
7 Seas. All right, so you're I know you
and
really wanted to
then-
talk about these.
Well, I just thought they were interesting. Yeah, there it is. So 7 Seas announced 4 new licenses last week. There wasn't a show last week, so we'll just go over them real quick. First one being a Josei title, What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says. It's a license acquisition of the manga by Omu the Rice. There it is. It's a romance with a supernatural edge. A guy who can see the fated ties between soulmates falls for a woman who's destined to be with someone else. Or is she? The red string of fate that appears through the black and white manga will be spot printed in vivid color, which is, I think, a super cool touch.
I am so excited for that one. It sounds so good. And I confess I did look up the first chapter through memes, and I really, really enjoyed what I read. I was like, I'm here for this 7 Seas.
Yeah, this one, Kosuke has an unusual ability. He can see the red string of fate that connects soulmates. Much to his misfortune, he falls in love with Yuka, whose string of fate clearly doesn't lead back to him. He hides his feelings for her until the day when a fortune teller says to Yuka that her destined lover is nearby, and she thinks it's Kosuke. Is this Kosuke's chance to pursue the woman he loves? Will he have to fight destiny to be with her? And this is looking to be out in June next year, $14.99. So it's probably going to be, it doesn't say if it's going to be large trim or not, but if it's $14.99, that's about the standard price for the large trim editions for 7 Seas, unless they are raising their prices.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. The Lupin the Third one.
Oh yeah, the Lupin the Third one.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to eventually get the whole entire whole printing.
Yeah, so I looked this up. So this is actually a collection that was released in Japan about this time last year.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're doing these different collections. They did the one that came out before, then this one. So it looks like slowly Japan's releasing various collections for Lupin. So hopefully we'll see more come over.
Yeah, I wonder
as they release these.
I wonder what order they're putting in the the Tokyo Pop edition. I wonder what order they're putting it in. Because I know they're doing random stories in each one.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to picking up the first one from my library because it wasn't there for the longest time, and suddenly it was in the collection. I'm like, ooh, but I'm very behind in reading my personal collection, so I'm like, oh.
That's me too.
Yeah,
I think it's all of those.
Yeah. Then the other 2 announcements were kind of just it feels like a little bit more filler stuff. The Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter. It was first published digitally in English by J Novel Club, but now it's being published physically by 7 Seas, which is interesting. Usually you'll see them do maybe the manga version of something that J Novel Club's doing the light novel for. So it's interesting that they're doing the physical for something. But this one sounds kind of cute. It's in a faraway land lies a forest where all manner of beings dispose of their trash. One day a young girl named Eve is abandoned along with the usual debris, but she's soon found by an aging dragon who decides to take her in and raise her under the dragon's watchful eye. Eve grows up happy and healthy, but her peaceful life is interrupted by impending tragedy. Wait, I didn't read this far.
So wait a minute.
In the face of this heartbreaking farewell, hold up, what's happening?
So that's not the impression I got.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this one's $13.99. So it looks like the red string of fate's going to be large trim.
Okay.
And then the other one sounds like some trashy BL.
I'm actually interested in that one.
It sounds it reminds me of Don't Call Me Daddy and Don't Call Me Dirty,
which I love both of those. So
those are both so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, in high school, studious Hitsuji had a secret crush on one of his guy friends, a friendly delinquent named Hatoyama, but never confessed. Years later, Hitsuji is a slightly anxious but responsible adult who found his calling as an elementary school teacher. One of his young students is upset with a sloppy and nonconformist dad who turns out to be Hatoyama. When Hitsuji learns that Hatoyama is struggling to raise his son as a single parent, he helps him out. First as a teacher, then as a friend who can teach him how to clean his home and cook actual vegetables. And it's like, oh, what will become of their feelings? So it sounds cute. That one's going to be small trim.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the 7 Seas that was announced last week. So, I mean, I feel like those are better than the Yen Press ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second this or second that.
Yeah, I think we
the
talked
co-
before about this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was
that
just the
week
stuff.
before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the week before.
I know so many people were really excited about the stepmother one. Well, I know people are excited about Who Made Me a Princess. That one I've heard is like if you wanted a, I guess there's some like issues I've heard with was it Daughter of the Emperor, and so if you wanted something that has been told to me, if you want something better, I said to read Who Made Me a Princess because it has that same father-daughter vibe, but without some of the creepy elements that happen not between the father and the daughter in Daughter of the Emperor, but just it doesn't have somebody said there was grooming that takes place in the other one, so this one doesn't have any of that hotness. So
Oh God. Yeah.
yeah, I mean the dad's like I decided not to continue because of that, but I really did love the daughter father and daughter relationship because it was very cute. Well, that's probably not what I should say because like at the beginning he literally tries to kill her. Now it's like what is this? So I don't think Who Made Me a Princess starts out that way, and it wasn't like violent or anything, but it was still like you definitely don't like the dad in the beginning. So
Yeah.
but the stepmother one sounds, the art for it at least is really
Yeah,
pretty.
the screen caps I've seen of the art for the mothers, like the stepmother one, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'll probably check it out digitally on the website.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing too, because I was like, I'm trying to limit my manhwa, even though they're so good. But I was like, that price tag of $20 on them is
I
like,
know.
it is a price gouger. But I mean, it's always worth it, if you like stories. So, but still.
Yeah. Somebody's telling me in the chat that Anime News Network was sold to Kadokawa.
Oh yeah, Kadokawa. Kadokawa owns like a bunch of Western anime news and stuff distributors, so it's not like unheard of that it would be done. But it's just them trying to increase their influence in the West, it seems like.
Ice Phoenix. Too funny. All right. I guess I tried to bring up the Square Inks, but they took it down. It says the page can't be found.
Wait.
Wasn't there 4 titles on there, I think?
Yeah, there were like 4 titles.
No,
but
it works. It works for me. Let me try send the link in the chat.
Send it to me again. See if maybe it's just.
If not, I can always read it out.
Yeah, it came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was weird. Maybe it was just like the moment I did it.
in that moment, they were like, "No,
we gotta do some maintenance." Carrie's trying to access the website. Okay, so we had also some Square Inks, Enix. I'm saying everything wrong. They had some announcements. The first one is, oh my god, Chocobo and the Airship.
Chocobo and the Airship, a Final Fantasy picture book.
See, I don't have Nick doing the narration right now.
Journey with Sid and Chocobo on their quest to save their town after it's been overrun by monsters. Written by Chocobo Dungeon 2 director Kazuhiko Aoki and illustrated by Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon character designer Toshiyuki Itahana, this heartwarming tale is perfect for Final Fantasy fans of all ages.
So is it in the Final Fantasy?
That was great.
Oh.
So
yes.
Yeah, so Sid is like a
Is this a manga or an opera?
It looks like a picture book.
Okay.
Yeah.
The arts look super cute.
It's gorgeous.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I like this design of Sid. I don't know if that's like the same design in any of the Chocobo racing games or anything like that.
Now, if
But
that was
yeah,
the
let's-
manga cover, I'd pick it up for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But even as a picture book, I love like
Yeah.
I actually have like a small collection of children's like picture books just because like the art in some of them is so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'll just stare at the art. I don't care if this is for kids.
What do we have? I think most of these are like novels or art books or.
It looks like mostly art books. So
Except
next
for the bottom two aren't.
Okay.
is the reprisal? Yeah, the bottom two.
This is Near Replicant.
Near
The first-
Replicant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing it like it's spelled.
Yeah, so like we're getting an anime for this. I know that.
we?
Yeah, we're gonna get an anime for the Near thing, and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, 02 best waifu all over again."
Oh gosh.
But yeah, this
I
looks
mean-
like a novelization of the Near universe, which is interesting.
It says book 1 of 2.
And
I like the
then
cover.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, the Near franchise is a wild ride. I've
Yeah.
never played it myself, but
Me
I've
either.
I've listened to I've watched other people play it. And it's sure something.
Is this one right here off of a video game or what?
It's a video game.
Okay.
It's one of those video games where there's like 80 different endings depending on what happens and where you die. If you die, how you beat it.
So that's
my
cool. Like,
God.
it reminds me
need-
of those books that I read when I was like a kid that like you picked your adventure and it said go to this page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like you have to have all 80 different endings to understand the story. And I'm like, no, thank you.
No.
Wow. That's dedication.
Yeah.
It's like how much time do you think I have in my life?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one I think is also part of it, right?
Yeah, it's another Near, and it looks like
Strategy and
strategy
art.
guides. Are they doing Are they re-releasing?
It says revised.
No, but I'm wondering if are they pushing this because they're doing a re-release of the original Near games? I don't remember.
I'm trying to see if it says anything in there. I don't see anything.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's possible. Everything seems to be getting remade or
Or
Okay, now-
re-released. It's a remaster of a game that's 2
I
years
know.
old.
Yeah.
it's like The Last of Us. Like, okay.
Oh, that one was egregious. That one was real bad.
Yeah. All right, so now we got this looks like a manga. My Clueless First Friend Volume 1. The heartwarming slice of life comedy series follows unusual budding friendship between gloomy Nishimura and cheerful Takada as they experience a fun and memorable summer together.
That looks really cute.
It
Yeah.
does.
I
I
like
like
the art looks super cute.
It does. Yeah. I think that looks like a feel good kind of story. Hopefully with
Yeah.
light drama. Hopefully with light drama.
Like I'm like it looks really cute, like kind of I don't know, just from that front cover it kind of reminds me of like a less Shonen Jump version of Komi.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
True.
Kind of the
Like
vibe
the
I'm
junior
getting.
high
but
version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's
Okay.
I feel like the big one that they announced.
Yeah.
Yes. Demons of the Shadow Realm from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. In a world where certain humans
Full Metal
command
Alchemist.
I heard the same thing. I just said it too. I was like, I said
I'm
it
sorry.
in my head though.
is my
Hold it in. I can't hold it in.
I was so glad you
Oh,
said it. Yeah,
gosh.
because I heard it. Yeah, because like I hear that person in my head saying it.
So let's
that's
see.
so good. Sorry, Carrie. Sorry, Carrie.
That's okay. Oh, I can't get that out of my head. Okay. In a world where certain humans command mighty supernatural duos called, I guess it's demons, follow young Yuta as he is unexpectedly whisked away from his village and becomes aware of his supernatural birthright. Yura soon unravels a conspiracy tying him and his twin Asa to the prophecy that threatens the world. Wait a minute, Asa. Wasn't there another series that this creator did with something with Asa? Or am I getting that confused?
I thought they only
Asa
did-
is just Asa in Japanese is just morning.
Okay.
I think they only
Oh,
did
and it's
Fullmetal
they did
Alchemist.
Yudu. Oh, because if you
Interesting,
make
though.
it Yodu, that's evening. So it's morning and night. That's Arakawa, you're so predictable. But I don't know. I found the localization of the title a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I think one of my friends said the same thing about it. I feel like I'm on the fence. I was like, I really love Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, I don't want to do supernatural because sometimes I feel like maybe this one has the potential to get dark. And I'm like, I like my light and fluffy. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Yeah.
So
Tsugai is like, when you translate it, it's basically like pair, the connecting point, the joint, something like that. And Yomi is the name of the underworld, or the name of the world of the dead, as per Shinto mythology, or like Shintoism. So it like would roughly translate to like duo of the underworld, the connection of the underworld. So like demons of the shadow realm seems a little like an interesting choice.
yeah, that does. Now that you shared that, yeah.
Well, it's at least not 5 sentences long.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. It's true.
That's true.
I had a
The
hard
pair-
time
the
remembering
pair with-
that series I just reviewed.
The pair with the connection to the underworld summons their demons to fight.
What's sad is it legit seems like it could be an actual title.
It might be.
Oh.
Crystal Ball Leviathan by Shiro Kori. Everyone will be reading this whenever we get an English print. I have not heard about that. What's it about?
Leviathan. Oh, Leviathan. I've heard of that. That's a space. It's like a sci-fi, like a sci-fi suspense one. It's supposed to be
Okay.
really good. The art is like stunning.
Manga Sloth!
Manga Sloth.
He's definitely getting this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think out of all of them, that might be more my type too.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I
gotta see.
love Arakawa. I've loved Arakawa forever. I was one of those people reading Haga, like Full Metal Alchemist as it came out. I have all of it in Japanese, even though I can like I read it at like a pace of like a page a day. I'm like,
As you're translating everything over.
I'm a little bit salty that the box set came back in stock because I would have waited because I love a lot of the covers for the box set but I started getting the hardbacks and I was just like I would have waited. I told my husband, he's like, "Will you get?" I was like, I can't bring myself to do it at this point. I was like, we're halfway through the series of what we have of the hardbacks. But I was like, man, I got the impression.
I mean, like the thing is though, at least with a popular series like Full Metal, it's something you'd be able to resell, probably no issue. Versus like me trying to get rid of volume 1s that I read and I was like, I'm gonna change to digital or I don't like this.
Yeah, that's what my husband mentioned about selling it, but I've been so lazy and just I was like, it's the picture taking. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I'm really on the fence. It sounds so silly, but when I found out that they had a poster and like some kind of exclusive story up in there, I was like, I want the box set now. I was like, the hardbacks are super pretty, but
yes,
I feel like I know it's a nostalgia thing because I checked out that and a few of the 3-in-1s from my library when I read it for the first time. So I'm like, I sort of want that nostalgia feeling of the paperbacks. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
The only one that wouldn't go is Scar because I love Scar so much. I was like, he's fantastic. I love his arc.
I haven't seen the live action version yet with him in it.
Don't watch it.
I know. That's what
Don't
my
do
brother
it.
said. Don't do it.
I mean, when you see the trailer, it looks like fire. I mean, it's amazing. We watched it and I was just like, I couldn't do it. I was so heartbroken because I'm like, I'm just here for Scar, but I couldn't even get halfway. I was like, I'm just rather go read the manga instead.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, I just don't even bother with anime
Well-
live actions anymore.
That guy who plays Scar in that, he's also in The Last Rurouni Kenshin, and he's going to be Zoro in One Piece.
I remember you telling me that. That was part of what I was excited. I mean, he's a great actor. I feel like all the actors did a really good job. It's just the way they like try to condense everything, and then they've added stuff, took out stuff, and I'm just like, you're going too fast. I just stick with the manga or the anime.
Wow. I was like, when I watched
Yeah.
the Bleach live action, they like rushed straight through the whole first arc. I'm like, this would have been better as a series.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, and also Japan's special effects is not known to be the best.
That is true. That is
I
true.
think
do feel
Korea
like
has
they
gotten
did-
better than them.
What? Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on his name. But the the one that I can't say it because it'd be a spoiler. But the one that interacts with that one certain character that should have had that once better ending. The guy, not that guy, but do you guys know what I'm trying to
Well,
say? I can't
No,
think of
Laura, I'm so sorry. You totally lost me.
I know, I'm like, One Piece or Full
You
Metal? Where are we?
You can type the name in the
He's
private
a-
chat if you want.
I can't remember his name.
Oh no!
He's a bad guy. I can see his face in my head. Let's see.
Does he wear the white suit?
No, well, let's see.
No.
There's Envy. Don't tell me that. That's what I'm thinking of is Envy. I'm gonna be so mad. Like, why? Like you beat around. Oh.
I
Honey.
love how Bizarre is just sitting there, just like,
Okay.
I've only read volume 1 of Fullmetal.
Oh,
Well,
it's
I'm
so
really
good,
glad I kept that
Bizarre.
super confusing and vague then. But
Oh
Envy.
no.
Envy.
Oh, Laura, you're
I don't
so
mind
close.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, congratulations! You were 8
Everyone
away.
gets up to Laura.
8
Everyone
away.
gets up to Laura.
don't forget to subscribe to Laura's channel. Her link's
Oh,
down below.
thanks, God. Man,
Also,
I
don't
keep
forget
getting
to
so
subscribe
close.
to Nerdygirlcreates.
Yes. And
Hit that
Bizarre
like
and
button. And Baz.
Yeah, I finally got a community post the other day. Very exciting.
Oh, nice. I know Bianca did too. She was like really excited about that.
Yeah, I was like, woo, community posts. I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know either.
Sorry, guys, for that confusing post about Envy. I was just trying to say that Envy, that his other form was very well done because it freaked me out. But, I made that much more complicated than what it was.
I actually have the homunculus tattoo in the same spot as Envy.
Ah.
Really?
That is my dedication to the series. It means so much to me. I love Full Metal.
It's so good. It is so good. Despite that, I'm so embarrassed by the hot mess that I tried to describe who that was.
You're all good.
Oh my goodness.
So out of everything we've seen, is there anything that really interested everybody to want to run out and get?
Just the Demons of the Shadow Realm, and I'll probably look out and see what people say about the Red String of Fate one. Those are probably the only two. The Sasaki and Miyano one's cute, but they're like not my brand as far as BL boys go. So not probably something I'm gonna pick up.
What about you, Bizarre?
I'm gonna pick up all the BL ones.
He's like, all of them.
Every single one.
It's like it's got to make the action figures kiss.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit, there's coming out with so many BLs that I need to be more picky, but I can't narrow it down yet. So we'll come to that.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Futekia subscription, so a lot of stuff that like Seven Seas and even Tokyo Pop and stuff have been publishing. They're publishing on Futekia digitally first through the subscription service. So I've been really liking that, and it lets me figure out if I want to buy it or if I'm just like, that was a nice read that one time.
Yeah, I might need to do that because like my changes up a little bit. My budget next year is $200 a month. That's it. So with all the BLs coming out, it's probably gonna be over $200. I need to like take it back a little bit.
That's what I do with the Shonen app.
Yeah.
Didn't Tokyo Pop they just did a license announcement of a bunch of BL titles, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Shonen app. I read like I love that because like a lot of those are just too long to get, But I love like reading them for hours up there. So.
Can I tell you guys a funny story before the live stream about Shonen Jump?
Yeah.
So my husband's really big into digital manga, and Shonen Jump's his jam. Like that's where he reads everything. But he's like, I think I'm gonna try Komi, and I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. It's like I got good recommendations that people think you enjoy. Komi can't communicate because he really loves romance comedy. So he went and he thought he was reading it, and he did not realize until like basically 10 chapters later that he was reading the first chapter previews of all the volumes. So he read like the chapter 1 preview, or then volume 2, volume 3, and I was like, I was like, let me just go check those out for you from the library, and you can read them. Because he's like, I was about to say that this sucks. He's like, it makes no sense. I'm like, well, on volume 10 of chapter 1.
It's like, I don't know who any of these people are.
And that's exactly what he was doing. And I'm just like, I was like, I've done it too. Well, not quite like that, but I was like, it's okay. I was like, but just go to Shonen Jump. Don't go to, I was like, just, that's where you need to go. That's where you need to go.
I'm surprised he didn't give up like sooner.
I am too.
I think he thought it was going to make sense at some point. He's like, it's probably going to.
He's like, everyone keeps saying it's good.
I'm so amazed. Like, he's watched stuff. He's like, I don't like this, but I have to finish it. I'm like, dude, you have like for the anime, like 10 more episodes. Just drop. He's like, no, I gotta see what happens. The same thing with manga. I'm like, that's more restraint than me. So I'm like, I'll skim to the end, or just go to the end and say I finished it.
So I cannot. I read 1 volume this month, and I was so mad at the end that I just was like, screw this volume. I hate this. I'm not reading anymore. And then the final page was a stupid cliffhanger, so I'm like, fine, maybe I'll read 1 more chapter.
It's funny. I kind of relate to your husband because, like, coming from comic books, I'm used to comicsology. Yeah. So when I went on to Shonen Jump for the first time and I was trying to read One Piece for my review, I was like, damn, these mangas are really short for One Piece. And then I realized they did it by chapters, not by issue, like they would on comicsology. Yeah. I'm like, how much are people paying for just this? Then I was like, wait, it's chapters, Gary, wake up.
Yeah, oh my goodness. The things that Shonen Jump has said probably did juke so many of us with stuff like that. Like,
what's your husband's favorite manga? Or?
Oh man, let's see. He's really, I don't think it's his favorite. He's really been enjoying Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. But hopefully it's not my own biasness. I sort of feel like My Love Story, because he watched the anime twice and that made him actually read the manga. He didn't read the manga twice, but he really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
So he's watched a lot more anime than he has read manga, but he's really getting into it. We're supposed to go see One Piece on Saturday. And I was like, I was like, you want to go to the bookstore afterwards? He's like, no. I was like, you're not a real manga fan then yet. I was like, you got a while to go if you're going to say no instantly. So I'm sort of curious, though, of what, because I feel like he's starting to realize that, like, he's really into One Piece and still loves, like, Shonen, like One Punch Man and Kaiju number 8, but he's really gotten into romance comedy, and I would have never guessed, because I feel bad, because when it comes to anime of that, that's just not, I don't know.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather just watch Shonen. Like, I'd rather watch One Piece or something, and so I've been trying to, that's why I think not last week, the weekend before that, when nobody was sick, when I asked for recommendations. And I'm really excited because he's been really enjoying the recommendations he's gotten so far. Baz, was it you that mentioned Horimiya? Because that is the manga I'm trying so hard to get my husband up on.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that I recommended. It was Horimiya. Yenpress still needs to release the final volume. I don't know what's going on. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah. I think that's really weird that I was like,
be very aftade of Kanako Inuki.
I read that digitally, and then somebody told me there was one more, and I'm like, when's it come out? They're like, I have no idea.
That's so weird. That's so weird. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I was like, I told him, I said, that's a series I've been super on the fence for like over a year. And I was like, you know, you should read it and then I'll read it after you. So
I will say the anime adaptation did because Horimiya started as a webcomic. The anime actually did a pretty so the manga we got is actually an adaptation of the original comic that the actual original comic creators did. They like redid the story a little, and then the anime that Cloverworks put out was like a really good version. Like they kind of like cleaned up the story a little bit and put things in different orders to make a little more sense. So if you want to, the anime does cover the entire series though, so be warned. Like there's like little stories here and there that get missed, but it does cover to the end of the manga.
Okay, because I started watching it. I haven't finished it, but I do like the animation a lot on it.
The Cloverworks always makes everything so pretty. That's why like Cloverworks and gosh, brain not working. The other studio that's working on Spy Family.
Isn't it Cloverworks?
It's Cloverworks and another studio. The original studio that did Attack on Titan. Not Mappa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, they did Vinland, the first season for Vinland Saga that Mappa also took over because Mappa's a horrifying monster. Oh my gosh, it's gonna bother me. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like I was like, I knew a name and it's not there now.
But so I'll have to get back with you. I'm gonna ask my husband what's his favorite manga.
Wit. Studio Wit. That's what it was.
Studio Wit.
Oh my god.
Ufotable. I forgot how you guys say it, Mark and Kiki, of the joke with the Ufotable.
Yeah, volume 20 of Komi got that cake. She got that cake. It's so weird because in the manga she has no cake. She has like negative cake.
But that they really accentuated that on the cover. I'm like,
they really did. They really did.
Did we want to move to the anime?
Yeah, I have not read this manga, so I don't know too much about it, but I don't know if anybody else has. But apparently they just announced that Berserk of Gluttony is getting an anime adaptation. Oh, it's a light novel, sorry. What
happened? I mean, UFO table.
Yeah.
UFO table.
What did I miss?
Yeah. Berserk of Gluttony, it sounds like I really like the sound of the concept and I've been meaning to pick it up, but I just have so much other stuff to read.
Man, I feel bad. So I thought this was somehow related to Berserk, and I was like, "What is this?"
No, that's why.
But now
that's why I kept. Yeah, I kept saying Berserk.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure because I'm like something no Baruseruku. So it is Berserk. It was translated it's not a weird translation like Demons of the Shadow Realm or whatever.
Right. So it's like fate, graphite is one of the Forsaken, cursed with the skill Gluttony. He is ever starving, never satisfied, until the day he kills a dying thief and devours a man's strength and his soul. Okay. The true hunger of fate's gluttony has awoken, and if he can learn to control the power, he will at least be the master of his own destiny.
It sounds super like up my alley as far as like action, head empty action, punchy punch manga and light novels go. So,
who's doing
what did they say?
I love how Bookbox is just taking over this webpage.
I know.
Yeah, I don't see the studio.
Yeah, no, they don't mention who the studio is. I was kind of curious.
Yeah,
it's probably Mappa.
I don't know. Mappa doesn't really touch isekai properties, so it might not be.
It might not be.
Well, this is an isekai.
Yeah. That's what it says, but that description did not give me anything isekai.
Yeah, but like it's like isekai adjacent.
That's like the one I just reviewed. It's not isekai, but there is a character in there who mentions she's an isekai, which is weird.
Really?
It's like, yeah, you're following the not protagonist of her story, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I might pick that one up when I do the next 7 Seas. I like doing the 7 Seas survey and then getting cheap manga on Bookwalker.
Yes.
Especially because right now everything is processed in yen, so you can get a digital manga for like $3.
I haven't been able to get
Phoenix.
one that cheap yet. I've been trying though.
It's one of those where the protagonist gets strong real fast. Oh, I love me some wish fulfillment.
Yeah. Thank you, Ice Phoenix.
Yes.
Robert. That's
Guts makes an omelet. Omelet du Berserk. I don't know French.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, it looks interesting. I gotta see what the trailer looks like.
Yeah, I hope it gets a decent studio. I've been watching Reincarnated as a Sword on High Dive, and that's been pretty fun. It is shockingly violent. There's a lot of blood. I was like, oh, this is why it's on High Dive.
I have to watch more in High Dive. I just got
it. You should watch, if you really want to like just be like, what am I watching? Please watch Akiba Maid Wars. It's so weird. It's so weird. I love it.
I saw that going on in the chat one day.
Yeah.
It's wild. Imagine it's like you go to Akiba to go to a maid cafe, but they're all secretly Yakuza.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's gotta go well.
But like one girl goes and she's like, I just want to be a cute maid, and doesn't realize what she's signing up for.
Like, you get to be a cute maid and you get to like muscle people's money out of their hands.
Oh my goodness.
All right, is everybody ready for their top 5?
I think so.
I managed to think of 5 on my short notice.
So, should we start with you, Baz?
Yeah, I might need a dip early, but
okay.
We'll start with a BL. I'll send the link in here. This is a volume cover.
I need to have pretty much all of mine.
Okay. Seaside Stranger.
Seaside Stranger. I love Kii Kana's artwork in these series. I love her color work. This is the one I was talking about. I want to get her art book so bad, but it's super out of print. It came out in like 2019. But the art is actually what drew me to it to begin with, because I actually saw the cover for the first volume of this when I was in Japan in 2019, and both my wife and I, we went, and just was like, ooh, what's this? It's just super pretty. And it continues cover. It just continues on the inside too. And the story itself is like really nice too. It's a slightly longer BL. It's not like a one shot. It's like 5 volumes right now.
Okay.
But yeah, 5 or 6, but yeah.
I actually thought about putting that one on my list, but I took it off. But yeah.
I
really like the covers to those. I'm excited about the movie coming out.
Oh, we got it. You got another movie?
It might just be releasing on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it yet. But it's
because
it comes out in January. So
in January, okay. Yeah, it might, because they did the first volume, the original Seaside Stranger, as a movie, and it's I think it's on Crunchyroll now, because it was only on Funimation, but I think it moved to Crunchyroll too if you want to stream it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the typography, like the way they did the font with the little birds, and just it really is a beautiful cover. You said this is 5 volumes, Baz?
Yeah, I think it's.
I feel like I've seen other.
Isn't it ongoing still though?
I think it's ongoing, but like a lot of BL titles, Bizarre would know, like a lot of BL titles, you won't see a volume for like 2 years sometimes.
Wow.
And you think it's like canceled, and then it like pops out of nowhere, and you're like, what?
And then suddenly 3 years later, it's like, oh, here's the next volume.
Yeah.
That is shocking. Wow.
I normally like to wait until it finishes, and then I'll read it. So I'm always like behind on everything.
Yeah, but this one is like really, really nice. There is they do come plastic wrap. There is like there are sex scenes, but it's like probably like the lightest of the light.
Yeah,
as far as
the sex scenes aren't that graphic at all. They're really
It's like they're very awkward. I would say they're probably some of the more realistic sex scenes that I've seen depicted because they're just both so awkward.
Yeah. But this is like a really good like coming of age story there.
Yeah, coming of age, like family, things like that. It's
wholesome, and it's really relatable to like coming out and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the character with the brown hair in the background, he has like a strained relationship with his family that starts being addressed in later volumes. So it's really I definitely would recommend this if you're looking for like maybe a BL title that like you're okay with a little bit of like spicy, but you want a little bit more story.
I'm gonna message you later so we can talk about it more because I want to keep
Yes. Yes, pick my brain. I won't pick yours. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my first one.
I like that. That looks really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we got here's Aurora.
Oh no. Oh no, did you potato carry?
Yeah, that's like I didn't catch who was going next.
Oh, there. Oh.
I think I'm like.
Oh, Carrie's going next.
Okay.
Oh no, I have to pick a new one.
Is that the one you chose to best? Yes. So I feel like hands down, which Italian, I'm not sure you say it, is honestly it just. I mean, I don't know which of these would be first on my list, but I feel like the covers alone are just ones that you just have to stop and admire at the store. Like it's the first thing that grabbed me in the story. I've only read volume 1. Is so good. Like I felt
my God,
kid reading it.
Laura, it just gets better.
Really, and like the art. I mean, just the insane amount of detail that goes in everything. The map, just everything. It is purely a beautiful. You want to feel like a kid again. This is it. Like I can't say anything bad about it. Like I really do need to catch up on it because I think when I first got it, I found volume 1 and then like volume 2 and volume 3 were like out of stock, and then I just never got around to like actually seeing if it was back in stock. But man, just you don't even have to see the inside. You can just admire all the pretty art of the cover. I can speak, and it just be enough because it's just beautiful. I don't know what else to say except for it is absolutely stunning.
Oh my God, no. Kamome Shirahama is like a master of the craft. Like each page deserves like to be framed. Like the only other person whose artwork I've seen like this detailed in a month in like a release like this would be probably Berserk. The actual Berserk, not the Gluttony one.
I don't think a lot of people
the
know
way
she also does comic books.
Yeah, she does. Right. She does a lot of covers for like Marvel and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, one that just each page you can just take a moment and just appreciate it. Like I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a speed reader, but I do feel like in this one, I really just stopped, just like let me appreciate this art for a second, and then flip the page, go back.
Oh my God, yeah.
Reading. It's
the way that her panel layouts are just so next level, man. Like the way that like she has the characters like interact with the panels to naturally move your eyes along the page is so like just so big brain. She's so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read volume 1. I really would love to see this as an anime because the art style is just so beautiful.
I feel like an anime wouldn't be able to capture it.
Possibly.
It would be really hard. But it's definitely like I would love to see some of those moments like animated. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's one of mine. Sorry, Baz, for taking yours.
No, it's okay. I'm just like, but
yeah, it's a hard one not to just hands down appreciate. You know, like I feel like even before I picked it up, still I was always admire those covers at the store. Like just let me take a minute to look at them, feast my eyes on it. Mark said A Bride Story is very detailed. That's a good one for art.
Oh yeah, like anything. Like I love her art too.
Because didn't that Monica do Emma? or no?
Yeah, this is the same manga
I
as
was like,
Emma.
oh no, like I'm
Sorry.
way off the mark.
No, I like had like a brain fart moment. It's like,
All right, Bizarre, what do you have?
I wouldn't go for beautiful art right away, but the reason why I think it's beautiful is because it's so gritty and different. I love the art in here. It's just so kind of don't want to show inside of it, but
oh yeah,
like everyone knows like how the art looks like, but I just love it. So
I love Hayashida's art so much.
Yeah, I've been collecting those. I really do like the art on them. Love to get an art print on that, but that's the comic book person in me. All right. Mine, and I think it's because I'm biased because I like a lot of the stories from this duo, but I do love the art in Platinum's End, including like the covers.
Yeah.
They are just so well done. It's like just like with Dead, but I think it takes it a notch from this.
Oh yeah, like you can't. Obata's art is just so good.
So yeah, I really love like.
Oh no.
I thought she stopped talking for a second, but no.
No. We got a potato. There we go. We're
potato
back
again.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I figured because I started things spinning on my screen, but yeah, I really like the styling of his art. Everything, it's like so detailed. I like with the shadowing and the just even every little detail in the costumes is just amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
But I
wanted to
do
get
like
those just for the covers because they have that nice effect on them.
Yeah, the only
they are
time I've
very
seen
beautiful
covers like that is like Japanese releases.
Mhm.
That's the first time I've seen it on an English release.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them a lot. All right, Baz, what do you have next?
This is an interior page, but I made sure to pick interior pages that didn't give any story stuff away so much. Just like gives you the vibes. Ooh. Did we potato?
I hear clicking. So
I hear clicking.
Damn it. I see it spinning and I'm like, oh, right as I'm doing this too.
Oh, it's thinking. There we go. Yeah. So this is a white excuse me, A White Rose in Bloom by Asumiku Nakamura. And this is a girls' love story about two girls in a like a boarding school, pretty basic like girls' love setup where the two girls are going to boarding school. Oh no, they have to spend winter break alone. But God, I love Asumiku Nakamura's artwork so much. It's just straight up vibes. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Yeah, her art is just so good. So good. Like, and the layout, like her use of empty white space is just fantastic.
And what I like about her is that she can do different like genres. She does like, seinen, shonen, like all different types. She does a yuri, she does a yaoi, she does
Yeah, she's more people probably know her for Classmates.
Yeah.
And then she also had that hardcover come out from Yen Press recently, Tales of the Kingdom.
Whoa, wait, they're the same?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she does a lot. That's why sometimes you won't. Oh yeah.
What's the name of that one, Bizarre?
It is made in railways. Yeah.
Okay.
The art is gorgeous. I love it.
Oh my goodness, those are like you said, those are three differently vastly different genres that you guys each
Yeah, she's all over. It's so good. But yeah, no, I love her art.
Wow, yeah, I like it a lot too.
That was a cool surprise. I love those eyes and just the Yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Like,
Wasn't
just
sure how to
vibes.
finish my sentence there, but that is like perfect.
Okay. Laura, what's your next one?
All right. Are we doing the link
Let
one
me
I
see what I
sent you?
have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys voted for cover 4 because I didn't know which one to do. I want to read this series. I'll just say for the art alone. I have not watched the anime, even though I know it's currently streaming, because I told myself I must read it first before I watch it, because then I won't read it if that happens. So I'm going with Bibliophile Princess because truly all of the covers are very detailed. They're very bright, colorful. Like each one has, this one I feel like is a little bit more on the, it actually reminds me of Christmas. It gives me Christmas vibes. I don't know if there's any Christmas in that though, but they're all like have different color schemes. Like there's yellow, blue, pink, green, and this one's more of a reddish brownish, I guess. But I just feel the art is just very engaging and interesting, and it's the biggest reason I've wanted to watch it or read it. I mean, this one doesn't show her hair as much, but in a lot of the covers you can see like that long flowy hair that shoujo manga I feel like is known for those flowy hair locks. So Bibliophile Princess I just felt had to be on the list since that's one series I feel like that, yes, it sounds interesting, but I'm like, I just want to read it for the art. Like, just show me the prettiness. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
The prettiness and the romance.
I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, I only heard about it because I kind of
Yeah,
follow
me either.
Madhouse's releases for
Oh, okay.
anime.
I've heard the anime is really pretty and it's been pretty good. It saddens me so much that this one is still in digital jail, but from J Novel Club. So I know a lot of people are hoping that it actually gets a physical release since it now has an anime.
Yeah,
So
that you can't knock that anime bump, man. That anime bump in terms of sales is like unreal.
for real, because I'm like, they just did they did the last physical license that they mentioned was Tier Moon Empire, and that one I think is getting an anime next year.
Yeah.
So, I didn't love that one though. I don't think that one was necessarily for me. It wasn't bad, but I didn't like the main character. So, but this one has all the bookish things, and she pretty much, I think from what I remember, she is engaged, and the prince she feels like is maybe just cheating on her and just sort of using her. But she's just misinterpreting the situation. He's sort of like, I want to be with you. I'll give you all the books you want, as long as you sort of stay with me. And I guess they more or less like she genuinely falls in love with him. So, but books was like the thing that pulls her in to actually want to stay with them. And
God mood.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I love the art.
The art's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
A book daddy. Yes, a book daddy. That's pretty much what he is. I think I saw like a preview.
Book daddy.
They're like, you want to talk about why you have a fake, like they had basically like plagiarized or something, but it was like, we'll just say like in a medieval kind of way. And so the guy was about to lose his head because the girl was mad about that this book wasn't legit. And I'm like, all right. So it's like, it has all the bookish things. So I like the idea of a book daddy. That's not going to get my head marked now when I read that.
It's good. Bizarre, you're up.
Am I up? Okay. Next is.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Look at that.
Oh,
Wow.
the dance scenes are so good.
Oh, yeah. Like, look. Just the art alone is just like. I wasn't sure I was going to get into this story, but like I picked up volume 1 just for the art, and I absolutely love the story. So
yeah, it's like it's so messy. I love how messy they are.
Yeah, I feel like these are releasing really slowly too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much of it out in Japan either. I think maybe like between 5 to 10 volumes, which isn't very much.
Yeah, I think volume 7 is coming out like next year, like forever. So
yeah,
like the pre-order isn't even up yet. But yeah, it's just so gorgeous. I just love it, and how they make them. Like when you're reading it, you can literally like see them dancing. Like you see them like moving with the art, and it's just I love it so much.
Yeah, like I would say in comparison to something that's coming out right now, like Wand Dance, I prefer the way that the dance is portrayed in Ten Dance. But I do get that it's like different dance styles.
Yeah.
Where ballroom dance is a little bit easier to convey what the motion.
Yeah.
Honestly, just from the covers alone, you can see that feel and see that strong sense of movement of the dancing. That's really cool.
Yeah, actually, I like the dancing in Ten Dance much more than another ballroom, the Welcome to the Ballroom.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
I think the art in that one is kind of ugly. So
oh really?
Their necks are so long. Why are their necks so long? Oh, I love Wand Dance too. I finally got volume 3 from my on hold at my library.
Ooh, I would say I have volume 1 on hold at my library, but I'm still waiting to get my copy. And I was like, I'm ready to read. Like, hurry up and come now. Because I went the other day and I was like, it's ready. And they're like, oh no, you're still waiting for a copy. It's like, just kidding. I was so proud. I was like, that's why I came to the library. What about you, Kim? What's your pick?
Well, Marg had chosen this for a previous top 5, but speaking of ones you're waiting forever on the next volume to come out, but that would be Go with the Clouds, North by Northwest.
Oh my god, I have to pick a new one.
Sorry.
Again?
But this keeps happening.
See, you're Nick this time.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the art in this so much. I like it's kind of unique with like a manga style. It's like, and I love anything that stands out from the usual style.
Yeah.
Yes, Marg, so good. It is so good. But I'm waiting forever on the next volume. But yeah, I like the detail and the facial expressions, and I just think it's just well done. Did you find another one?
I did. I don't think anyone's gonna pick this one. If someone picks this one, I will be very surprised.
If you see me throw a book.
Watch me jinx myself. Let me see where I put it. I opened the wrong thing. There it is. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Did you send it?
No, I'll send this one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send this one first.
Okay.
So this is an interior panel. Did it open? That's with The Witch and the Beast. You would never guess. Ha ha!
Oh, look at that transformation with her eyes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Covers on there, they're stunning.
Yeah, the cover. It took me a while to pick it up because the covers kind of turned me off from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be like a romance, and I was like, I don't know if I'm up for a romance. And then I opened it, and she's like punching like a giant monster in the face, and I'm like, oh, that's not what this cover portrayed at all.
Well, I picked them up because someone told me that it was only going to be 4 volumes, and I was like, oh, cool, I like a shorter, like darker series. So I picked up like all 4 of them, and then
and then it keeps coming out. That's what I was told. I was like, oh, it's going to be pretty short. And I'm like, wait, now I have volume 10 pre-ordered. What's happening here?
Yeah, I think I gave up at like 7 maybe. I haven't read it yet, so I need to.
Yeah, there's like a weird vampire arc, and I think I read it at the wrong time because I was like, I don't like the vampire arc, which is very unlike me.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should reread it because I was reading it as I was like falling asleep most nights. Oh no. Oh, she probably had to go get a new.
Yeah, she said a bunch of potatoes in the chat.
Oh no.
There we go. We love your frozen face. It's so true,
Yeah.
Karen. Well said, Mark.
Okay, we're back. I just lost connection, and like everything says device not connected, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, lovely.
Well, for The
Okay.
Witch and the Beast, is it actually not a romance? Because I got the impression that it had romantic vibes.
There's like some vibes, but it is very much like in the background. Like the forefront is more like an action mystery.
Okay.
Are we still talking about The Witch and the Beast?
Mhm.
Yeah, but we can move on if Laura wants to.
No. I lost connection completely, and I didn't hear any of it. So I was just wondering where we were
just no. Bizarre and I were lamenting the fact that everybody told us Witch and the Beast was a short finished series, and then it just kept going.
They told me 4 volumes, so I was so excited. So I picked it all up, thinking it was the end of it, and then, like you said, it was volume 10 coming out.
Yeah, it was. So one thing I've realized I really don't like is some publishers will put out like a weird early date for their releases, and then as it gets closer, like, oh, just kidding, it's actually in February when we said November, and I'm like,
noticed that. Yeah,
because that's what
Seven Seas used to be that way.
That was Kodansha with this
really.
Witch and the Beast volume, and then Seven Seas did that with the newest volume for Die Dark. Yes, Marg, read Witch and the Beast.
I keep losing power.
Oh no, there's 2 carries. Oh no,
I'm just saying the same thing.
I was like trying it through another way.
But yeah, I mean, I just love the art. The art is so good throughout. The fight scenes, the monsters, the faces, the expressions.
I might read it this month.
I like it a lot too, and that's why it was in my group.
Sweet revenge.
I know, there you go.
I'm like undecided of what to do for mine next. I had 2 for 1 because that's how undecided I was.
Just say One Piece.
I actually did it. Nick's on here. I was like, I didn't even have any Yona in my picks today, or Haikyuu.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, okay. Well, since Nick is not here, this will be in honor of Nick because Nick actually got this for me. Well, I mean, I paid him back for it, but he actually got this for me at the Comic-Con that he went to, and that is Villains Are Destined to Die.
Oh,
I read this last night.
I want to read that.
It is so good. It is one of the best villainous otome games I've ever read. I started this probably about 9:30, and I could not go to sleep until almost midnight because, typically in the villainous otome games, you're expecting that they're trying to avoid like the red flags, but I legit thought this girl was gonna die. I was like, my heart started racing. I was like, I can't even with this. Like, it is so good, and obviously the art is super gorgeous. Penelope looks so stunning. But the art inside is just as beautiful. Like the characters, and I was gonna say I'll show you one of the Prince characters. I was asking some friends today. I was like, I know it's early, but who are we shipping with her?
Like whose team we on?
I was surprised by the answers. I'm undecided, but I will say that I like. I was trying to find a good picture of him because I don't want to. Well, I'll just show Penelope because I don't want to show spoilers. But it's very, very good. It is definitely on the darker side, and Penelope, she's amazing. She is like, this is. I mean, I feel like I'm hooked. I almost feel like this has spoiled me for other books in this genre because I'm like, I feel like they just try and avoid the red flags, but Penelope generally wants to avoid them. Yes, but she also wants to go back home. I'm not going to give any more spoilers away, but it's that's not a spoiler, but there's just so much there. It's so good. Like it was definitely like the art's very pretty. And then I was like, there's so much more to this. It really surprised me. And the reason I asked Nick to get it there is because look, it came with an acrylic stand.
Oh,
so that was pretty cool. So she's been hanging out on my desk. I was like, Penelope, help me slay stuff. Is just the way, like as she says, she pulls rank is just very, very good. So I that will be in honor of Nick. My other one that I'll just say was Josie the Tiger and the Fish, because the art really surprised me and how beautiful this story is. So, but I don't know anything about that because I haven't read it yet. So, Villains Are Destined to Die. Definitely pick it up. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. The art's really pretty.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like I just went on a straight excited ramble right
No,
now.
it's okay. No, it just shows you we're really excited.
Yeah, I told my husband, he called from work today, and I was like, I can't wait for you to come home and tell you how good this story is. It's so good.
That's so awesome that you have like someone that you can do that with. Like
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm thankful, because if he didn't, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I don't know what I would do. So
I have a hard time because my wife wants to read everything too, so I can't be like, that was so good. La 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 la.
I know my husband. I can relate to that with my love story, because my husband's like, you need to read it because I want to talk about the end. But I'm like, I was in the mood, and then I was like, the mood reader over here in me was like, we're gonna read a whole bunch of other things. So I started Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts today. I was like, I'm sorry. Eventually I'll read it. I promise. Just not today.
Okay, Bizarre. What do you got?
Hey, so I haven't read this series, so I feel a little bit like but just the covers. I have I got the full thing, like really. I know this was like out of print. It's going for like a lot, but I found the whole thing for like really cheap on eBay, so I had to pick it up. But it's actually a manhwa. It's Bride of the Water God. Like, look how this
Yes.
Wow.
covers are like.
I have not read the manhwa. I would love to. I watched the drama.
Oh, did you? I didn't know there was a drama. I know it went on hiatus. I know it's not complete, but like it's just like, well, I guess there's nothing like that. But like, look at that, like.
Wow, it's so pretty.
Yeah, I picked my 3 favorite covers, but oh my god, I can't. I'm excited to read it, but time.
Yeah,
it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'll just send the link to Bizarre for the trailer for the K.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't even know what it's about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to get it when I saw it because it was like it's like $100 for all 11 volumes, and I was like,
wow, that's a really good deal. Those
I know.
normally go for like almost half that price for a single one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was looking at the other ones and I was like, oh, I gotta get this now. I'm never gonna get it. So.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. To replace my Witch and the Beast. This one, I love the use of the fact that it's a manga with like black and white design, but that the story itself revolves around the fact there's no color. And how they incorporate color into colorless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen the cover of Volume 2, so that is.
I haven't seen Volume 2's cover either. This is a stunning cover. Wow.
Yes, it is. And again, the comic book person in me is just like, this would make me grab this off the shelf in a comic book store.
Yeah.
Right?
Because that just looks so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with like the interiors with like the design of everything and then the little bits of the blue color is always just so amazing.
Yeah.
If you have not read the series, I recommend it. I have to get 2, but I don't think it's out yet.
I need to see if my library has this one, because I was really curious about it.
Yeah.
Colorless.
Yeah, I was interested in that one, and I watched 2 people talk about it, and neither of them liked it. So
it comes out this month.
Yeah.
Volume 2 comes out end of this month.
See, maybe it's because I'm coming from a comic book aspect. I really did like it. Because it's kind of like you got this guy who's a scientist. He's almost kind of like Batman, but he's like living in this world where all humans were mutated because the colors got wiped away.
Yeah.
But then he finds a girl who's not affected by it, and he's trying to solve the mystery of the color. But he's got all these gadgets and everything, and he's fighting off this evil government organization.
Yeah, I would say, I know Mark was one of them, I think, right? Mark wanted to see the blue and couldn't see the blue because she's colorblind. So
right.
I think that was the deal breaker for you, Mark. Was that the deal breaker for you?
Yeah, she's saying what color?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's all.
Hopefully for the Fate one.
I'll have to add this one back onto my list. because it was on my list to pick it off, but
I'll probably pick it up when I do my digital manga pickups for November.
Yeah.
I only found out last month that the 30% coupon only works if it's older than a certain date.
I know.
Okay.
I am still holding out for the 7th time loop. I was like, I'm gonna get it digitally because I'm so on the fence about it. And I was like, I want to read it, but yeah, I couldn't get it.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Does your library carry it?
I don't know. Well, mine's really weird because I'm out of county, because my actual library in my county does not carry manga, and you cannot put in requests or anything.
Yeah.
I go out of county, and see, like, this is a prime example. I was gonna get Colorless. You have to wait 6 months before you can check it out.
Huh.
Yeah, it irks me because, like, I wanted to read Summertime Rendering. Colorless is a good example. And I can't read them. I mean, I can't even put a hold in it. I have to ask if I want to put an actual hold, I have to ask the librarian at the actual library if they'll put a hold in it for me, because they won't let me.
Huh.
Yeah, that's so sad. I can get books flown over from another island.
That is awesome.
Wow.
You know,
our library system here is like phenomenal. It's like all interconnected between the different branches on the different islands and across each island, so you can get stuff from like different islands.
One of my friends, that'd be so funny if you guys actually know each other, but she lives in Hawaii and she's a librarian, and she's talked more than once about how great the library system is. I mean, we have the whole state in North Carolina, but the whole thing of the 6 months, I feel like sometimes defeats the purpose. But otherwise, yeah, we have a pretty good one where we can do the whole entire state here.
That's pretty good. Yeah, we can. It's really nice because otherwise our libraries are pretty small.
Yeah, but saying you can do across the island sounds 10 times cooler than across the state. Like, it's going across the islands.
Yeah, well, yeah, it had to go over the ocean.
Yeah.
But
she's like, and I can't get it across the county.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
All right, Baz, you have your next one?
Yes, I do. I've had some of these. I think that's it. I think that's the right one.
Okay. Get it up.
These are all different volume covers.
Oh, nice.
Even though we're adults, by Takako Shimuro. I can't read. But yeah, I really love the art in these. I love her art in her earlier works. I think it was Sweet Blue Flowers is the work that she's best known for. But even though we're adults is her current ongoing series, and it's about these two women. The one on the right in this, in all the covers, the one on the right, she's married, and in like a slightly like semi-tipsy stupor, kisses the woman on the left and kind of goes home with her. They don't do anything except kiss that first meeting.
Okay.
But she realizes, she's like, oh my God, this is still cheating on my husband. And she kind of goes home from that incident. And you just see the husband, who's just like he's not mean. He's just like a normal dude. He's just sitting on the couch watching TV. And there's this really beautiful interaction in the first volume where she just curls up on the couch and you can get the sense that, he still means a lot to her. It's not like she doesn't love him.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, like in that moment, she was like, I feel something for this woman as well. And eventually she kind of goes to the other woman. She's like, I need to tell my husband. And she's like, no, you don't. I will not be the lesbian who ruined your marriage.
Right.
And so it's really messy, but the art is stunning. Like, I love the way that she does interpersonal relationships, the way that she draws interactions between the characters. But it's a great series. I've read through volume 3. I haven't read volume 4 yet, but I've really enjoyed what I've read so far. But it is messy.
I had no idea that's what the series was about. I feel like the person who told me about the series gave me a very different impression. I didn't see. I thought that the husband was cheating on her, and they were in a loveless marriage, and that the lady that you were talking about, that on the right, that she that ends up falling for this other woman, but that she genuinely wanted to pursue a relationship with her because she was feeling loved by this woman because of the lack of love in her marriage. So I'm like, what? Like,
there's
what?
actually another series coming out that follows that what you just said, Laura.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but I think the first volume.
Is it Runaway Girl?
Yeah, that one. That might be the one. So it's like a similar premise, but in this one, the husband's just like a nice guy. It's just, it's kind of like they love each other, but maybe she's not feeling that same kind of love that he feels for her. So it's a very it's more nuanced than a lot of series or even books I've read that tackle a partner cheating. Because it's not like anyone's violent, nobody's like a bad person necessarily. They're all just kind of a little messy.
Okay. Is the inside art, does it have the same watercolor look?
It does not, but let me try to pull something up. Even over adults manga, there's like a couple pages that have like a little bit of that watercolor feeling to it, but it's mostly, let me see here. Well, I mean, I told you guys they kiss, so I can show you the kissing scene.
All right, I'm going to stop this one so I can get the other one up.
Open image in new tab. Ooh. Here we go. She's a very, like, her line, not pencil line, but her lines are very light, but very, like, flowing. Versus, like, Asumiku Nakamura, where her lines are very light, but they're sharp. So this one feels softer to me. But yeah, no, it's like, pretty standard. Like, and her backgrounds tend to be a little bit more, here we go. No, that has too many words. That tells a lot of things of what's happening. I was like trying to find something, because if you look it up, there's a lot of panels that have words, and I don't want to spoil anything if anyone wants to read this.
Okay.
But yeah, I would highly recommend it. I'd say give volume 1 a shot. If it makes you uncomfortable, it's probably not going to be for you. But I think this is a really, if you're looking for an adult drama that's not about high schoolers.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding a Yuri that I like, so this one might be one that I should give a try to.
Do not read. What did I read this one that I hated? I hated The Summer You Were There. I hated that volume. I thought both of the girls were insufferable.
Yeah, I know this is not popular opinion, but I didn't like Girlfriends at all. And the other one that I tried, it was okay. The I married my best friend to shut my parents up one.
That one was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Like, but it didn't like draw me in. Like I wanted to find like a really one that I really like. I didn't know I like it all. But
yeah, because I know you like some messy romance here and there, Bizarre. So I think you might like this one.
I would definitely volume 1 for sure next month.
I just realized I recommended 2 Yuri. Oops, did not mean that, but I just like the art a lot.
Well, talking about high schoolers, I am gonna have one that has high schoolers.
That's fine. It's just like, you gotta have some varieties. Varieties the spice of life and all that stuff.
I totally feel that. Yes, I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm seeking out more adult reads than I used to. But this one I read at the beginning of October, and I love it so much. They're the ultimate shoujo ship. They can do no wrong. This I feel is very Oh my goodness. What did my friend John call it? He said it's a very nostalgic art feel to it because it's very classic. So I'm going to go with From Far Away. I love this series. It is so good. Izark is absolutely amazing. This one doesn't have as many of like her more iconic scenes, but there is just such a nostalgic feel. I don't think there's really anything else to say to it. I mean, it's very beautiful, but it was very interesting where there's more, I don't know if cleaner lines is the right word that I'm looking for, but there's really is a different kind of feel to modern manga compared to what came out years ago. I don't know when this released, in the early 2000s, and it was really exciting to just see something that was just classic and nostalgia, and I just really enjoyed it. There are pages that happen on later in the series, but like I said, I felt it was really spoilery and didn't choose that. But there's just a very nice beauty to them, and this guy here, he's the villain.
Oh, he looks sassy.
Yeah, I was like,
look at those eyebrows.
Yes, I really love his art style. I was like, he's got a whole nice mood to him that's just really good. So
that was blacks in the background.
Yeah. It was really good. So the art, like I said, it's really pretty, but I mean, I know it's like it's more classical style, but it's like I never go ahead.
Like the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, I looked it up. It ran from 93 to 2003.
Okay.
Oh wow, it's so good. Like I definitely highly recommend it. This was a refreshing isekai because when she comes to this world, she does not know the language, and so it was like you don't ever see that. I feel like in modern isekai, they always know the language, so it was just nice. That was one of the nice things. But I feel like as the series goes on, the art just gets better. Not that it was ever bad in the first place, but just there's certain scenes that she draws that are just so stunning and just capture that mood. It's so beautiful. I just was like, for nostalgia purposes, I'm going to include this one in beautiful art because it's just really pretty. And I feel like that's probably like the first actual classic manga art that I've ever fully read to like completion. So
I would say as far as like stuff that's still coming out, Yona is probably the closest to holding that more classic look to it.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, she still draws everything by hand, right?
Yeah, I don't think she does anything digitally.
Yeah, because the only way I know Ima Koi, or the manga of that, she definitely talks about drawing digitally and how she was drawing her manga when she was in the hospital with a family member and stuff. So it's so crazy that people can do that now. Like, just take your iPad with you and draw your manga.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you have for us, Bazaar?
I picked 6 by accident, so I'm trying to narrow it down. Okay. So.
Oh, yes.
It's another classic.
Yes.
Right, I think it's a classic, right?
Yeah. And
okay.
I'm not going to show all the pages inside, but there's, like, in these editions, there's, like, all these beautiful, like...
The color artwork is so nice for Utena.
Then let me show you 2 of my favorite in this one, but the cover... Yeah, this is like one of my favorite animes, one of my favorite mangas.
That's pretty. Is that the double hardback of the series? Isn't there like a special box set?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it comes with a poster that I cannot show because they're naked, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's so good.
And I'm gonna show.
Look at those giant hands that are like the size of her chest. Amazing.
Which if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Found
the movie where Utena turns into a car, or is
that
it Anthony turns into a car?
But look at that! Like that's so freaking stunning.
That is
really nice.
Good.
And I'm gonna show you one more. I'm sorry.
I love the use of colors in that too.
Pages to share. That's so
I know.
nice.
It's really beautiful.
I can't.
So stunning. Yeah, the author for the Utena light novel adaptation is the one directing the new Gundam this season.
Oh wow. Okay.
No way.
Oh, really?
That's
didn't know
why
that.
it's super gay. But yeah, no, I love Utena. Like, it's so many iconic scenes that so many people have like adapted to like their own visuals now too. It's so good.
Yeah. The first time I ever like watched it, I was just getting into anime, and like I was like 12 and really sheltered, and you can only imagine like it was like mind blowing, just everything that happened in that anime. But yeah, it's such a good story. It's just it doesn't make sense. It's all over the place. It's great. Love it. Like we were talking about, like messy. I like messy.
Oh yeah, Utena's messy.
All right, this is a newer series I've been reading, and I just the art just fascinates me. It is. I'm gonna butcher that.
Bakemonogatari.
Thank you.
Yes. I love.
Look at that. Like.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that mangaka, Oh Great.
Yeah.
He's best known in the West for his series Air Gear.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I've heard of that. I didn't know they were the same manga though.
Is
Like,
it?
Same. He's doing the manga adaptation for Bakemonogatari, which is good because he can't write.
interesting.
So after he did Air Gear, I think he just did a bunch of like H manga for a while, and then now he's doing the Bakemonogatari adaptation.
Yeah, the art there is stunning.
Yeah,
like everything, even like how the hair will fall and like. Let's see, I just like the use of like shadowing too in this. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the covers for the light novels, but that also has some of my favorite artwork. It's a different artist. Let me try to pull it up. Monogatari.
I still feel like that one dude on the latest volume is Sanji. Like every single time I see it, it's like that's Sanji.
Oh, I know. The one guy with the same hairdo going with the cigarette. Yeah.
I was like, that's not Sanji. I'm like, but he looks so much like you know.
Hold on. Where is
he
he?
just got Izukai over there. That's
Oh.
that's the only thing.
They have some colored in this too. I forgot.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Where's the Sanji dude?
Is he pretty cool?
I just linked the light novel, some of the light novel covers in the chat.
Okay.
Do you like the Sanji dude? Is he doing a good job up in that manga?
He's like the the mentor figure.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. I think because of my brain, I'm like, he must be like Sanji, which isn't
nice.
true, you know. Oh, those are pretty.
Yeah. I found them. I'll show you when. Those are very beautiful.
The anime is also like fascinating the way they adapt it. Like, but it is a very weird, very horny series. So if you ever want to get like a vibe check on that anime, just look up Monogatari toothbrush scene. There's like a scene where
I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, the brother brushes his sister's teeth for her, and she's like, "No, I don't want to brush my teeth, Oni-san."
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot.
Here's the Sanji guy.
Potato. Nope.
Oh, okay. I think I see him now.
Oh, there we go.
I got really like close to my mic. Yeah.
It's got the whole cigarette thing going in, like Sanji.
I know.
All right, Baz, what do you have up next? Last one, I think.
Okay, last one. This is another interior page. This is I don't know exactly when this is.
I'm just happy it's not my last one.
And this
That's so
is Yotsuba.
cute.
Oh.
Yotsuba to, Yotsuba and it's very interesting because like the first volume of Yotsuba, you don't really get much of his background work in it, or like the details as much so. But as the volumes progress, the way that he does backgrounds and artwork and everything, it just really helps capture just like how relaxing the whole situation is, or just like the way he draws the characters interacting, or like the way that my wife was, I think it was volume 10, Yotsuba's trying to like make a pancake or something, and just the way she's holding the bowl, it's like, oh, those are definitely the weird hands you see little kids make, you know, like when they try to hold things and their hands go all like funky. Just like his, like the attention to detail and just like the small things in this series makes it so special. It's probably like the slowest slice of life you could possibly imagine. Like I think the first 12 volumes all take place in the summer. They're all one summer.
Oh wow.
And the reason it's called Yotsuba and is because each chapter title is Yotsuba and something. So it would be like Yotsuba and rain, Yotsuba and the car. So it's like all focused on one specific event that this little girl is like experiencing for the first time, or like experiencing in the big city that she moved to.
Yeah. I know that series is so well loved. It seems at large. Like I've gotten a lot of recommendations for that series.
Yeah, I think it's volume 1, Yotsuba comes off as a little abrasive. Especially because in volume 1 she's not drawn as young, like she's drawn to, and she looks a little bit older than she is, but I think she's supposed to be like around 4 years old. So she's a little bit like irritating in volume 1, but as you get to know her through the volume, she gets a lot better.
Okay.
Especially as she's drawn more to look like her age.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you just like open it up, like there's like one scene I read volume 15, which is the most recent volume. You can kind of jump around once you like meet all the characters. I think within like the first 2 volumes you meet everybody. You can kind of jump around because it is so episodic. There's like a scene where they go to the beach to collect rocks, and I just stared at the page where he individually drew this beach full of rocks for like 10 minutes. I was like, wow, this is so pretty.
I really like the detail in his background work.
I was saying the same thing, Carrie.
Yeah, it's like oh god, what's his name? Who wrote Poon Poon?
Oh.
I don't know anything about that series except for it's very sad. So I don't know.
It's very sad and a lot, but like for his background, he does a lot of photo capture. Like his background work, he does a lot of photo capture for Poon Poon. I think Kiyohiko Azuma, I think he actually draws everything.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, like the time between volume 14 and 15 for Yotsuba was like 2 years.
Oh wow.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like my final pick for like art that I love in manga.
I like it. Really good choice.
Yeah. That's really good. For mine is more of the manga, even though this is the only series I have read. And I'm very shocked, bizarre, that you've not said anything around this one. But I feel like despite, for whoever, you can hate on the manga, but you can't hate on their art, and that is Clamp. Clamp, I don't know. Their art is just absolutely incredible. I don't know if you guys want to hear it. Since Bizarre, you had color pages, I'm going with color pages too. So I don't know. I feel like at anything that they do, they have the highest attention to details that just makes everything shine. I mean, there's a page in the first volume I really love where just her hair, the princess's hair, just, it's so flowy and just, I don't know, maybe it's the bigger volume, but I don't think it's the bigger editions. It's just, they're just so pretty. I don't know. And I feel like that's with any Clamp just art that they're just queens. I don't know how they do it, but I really appreciate their art. I haven't like so this is the only one I've read, but I just was like, Clamp has to be on there. It's like because they're just Clamp. Like that's the only reason I need is just Clamp.
It's really, yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, this was such a good series. I feel like it was sort of like a Sailor Moon meets Gundam, but they've been isekai'd. So
yeah, that's a pretty sound description of it.
Yeah, I really.
And it's not. I like that it's not too long too. Some of their stuff went on for a little too long.
Man, that
looking at you, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles.
Yeah, it went down after volume 14 of that one.
Yeah.
I feel like was it volume 3 of part 1? I will never ever get over that scene.
It's
like
emotional damage.
I literally just sat on my couch like, what did I just read? Like
it's like that stupid TikTok sound, emotional damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like it was something else. I think like the only thing with this one, I honestly wish for the second part that they could have made that a little bit longer because the world building was just so phenomenal. I should have got that because that was just everything was so engaging and the art just strengthened how cool everything was. And I don't know, I love Clamp's art. I really that's like I mean I guess maybe I shouldn't have said like even if somebody doesn't like their stories, like just truly their art is just something that you can always appreciate.
Oh yeah,
it's just beautiful.
They were pioneers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like just like queens.
Yeah.
So I was saving best for last, so I was gonna go with the Clamp as well.
I was like, Bizarre hasn't said Clamp. I know he loves Clamp. So.
Well, I mean, I guess I could still talk about. Oh, this one's called it's pronounced Rig Veda, and it's I believe it's like the first work.
Yeah, ever. that was their first work together.
Like, look how like the art is like.
Oh my goodness!
Especially for their first work, like I love the series too. It's a fantasy. I have it in every single edition that came out. The anime is really good. It's just like a short little OVA, but it's really dark. Like spoiler, everyone in this series dies. So.
Oh my goodness! I am glad for the warning because I was going to ask if it was in English, and I don't want to be that heartbroken.
Yeah, right now it's I believe that the omnibuses are still in print, but it's definitely worth reading. But I don't know if you'll like it or not because like one character dies after the other character after the other. It reminds me a lot like of Yona. So.
Yona, but more sad.
More sad, like Wolf's Rain.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't. I'll never forget like watching Wolf's Rain and like my mom came downstairs at the finale as I'm sitting there just like sobbing my eyes out. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No."
I'm scared to watch that one. But yeah, Clamp in general, and then my sixth one, which I had it right next to me. I don't know where it went to, so that's why I couldn't use it right now. But it was like it was right next to me. Oh, but yeah, just really quickly, I was gonna.
Hagio.
Yeah. Which I've only ever read the first one of this, so that's why I took it off my list. But yeah, just the art is like.
Yeah. Another pioneer. Her art is so good.
Yeah.
That's like a low-key horror story, right?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, there it is. Oh, they're so beautiful. Look at his little face. I hope he gives his boyfriend a little kiss.
Yeah. That was the best part in the first one. Not getting together, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're Gust and everything.
It's like
I'm kind of disappointed I don't have anything older in my collection for this one, but this next one, it's gory, but the way the art is done is so beautiful, including the covers, and that would be Hell's Paradise.
Yes.
I love how he draws the environment, like when they get to this island and all the stuff going on there. It's just like amazing, the attention to detail.
I never seen the art for that. I've only ever seen the covers.
Hold on, I'm looking for something that's not,
Spoiled.
gonna get me like thrown off the
Yeah,
on YouTube.
that's like a body horror to the max, like body mutilation, body horror.
I also love how he draws like the fight scenes like with everybody. Like,
oh, Bianca, if you want to read it, I think you can read it with a Viz subscription
Viz.
on the website. So good.
I love those trees like that.
Yeah, like the detail to this island they land on is just amazing, and it gets better as it goes along in the other volumes.
Yeah.
But again, it's like to show it on here, it's like kind of really hard because there's stuff that's just
yeah.
There's a lot of intense fight scenes.
Mm.
And there's a lot of things they come across that you're like, I'm not going to show that on here.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I haven't seen. Is the anime out yet? I know the anime is supposed to be coming out.
I don't think it's come out yet.
It's not out yet. I think it's next year.
Okay. Because I'm looking forward to that. I want to see how they're going to adapt that into
Man, Crunchyroll would be.
That's weird. They said 2022, but we're in the final season of 2022. That's not coming out.
Okay. I'll have to check on it.
Weird.
Yeah, you can read it, Bianca.
Yeah. No, it's one of the Viz series that you can actually read. I think anything that's Jump Plus, you can read on the Viz website if it's got too much explicit content for the app. Yeah. And Health Paradise is one of those.
Yeah.
Again, another one of Fujimoto's assistants making waves. Yeah, he was Fujimoto's assistant during Fire Punch. You can see during some of those body mutilation scenes.
Yeah. Like they don't hold back on the fight scene.
Yeah, no, he's very. Yeah, I was sad that his other series didn't keep going into the Jump magazine, but.
Which one was that?
Oh no, what was it? Oh no, I'm super brain farting. Oh no, but it was a little. I feel like it was a little too samey to some of the stuff that's currently ongoing, so that's probably why it ended up getting canned.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think we've come to the end, so I'm going to ask everybody, like, does anybody got anything going on with their channels or anything? Baz? We'll start with you.
Oh, I have my haul video that's going to go up tomorrow at 8 a.m. Hawaii time, whatever that is for you.
Hold on, conversion chart, where are you?
That's what I was just saying. I was like, what is that? Okay, Hawaii time to Eastern. It's an year. We're 6 hours ahead, so it's 4:25 your time and 10:25 our time.
So if I do 8 a.m., 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, it's going to be 2 p.m. your time.
Okay.
Okay.
You did that so fast, Baz. I was like, I need one to do the math so I don't have to think about
I counted with my fingers.
And 11 for Steph.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. 11 for Steph. And what about you, Laura?
I actually need to finish editing my video for tomorrow so it can come out at 9 a.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Eastern. I haven't finished it yet. But the next video I plan to do for Friday is my review of Blue Box because it finally came in. And very excited. This was my most anticipated read. Though I will say I don't plan to continue it only because my husband binge read it and told me things. And I was like, I think I need to stick with the Shonen Jump app. So it's still really good. I in no way mean that's bad. It's just I like it to be pretty clear of who will be the winning love interest. And I don't know who it is, and it makes me angsty. So I was like, I feel like I love the first volume very much, but it's like I gotta wait until it fully released so I can know. Sorry, that was like going into a review That's for Friday, but that's my next video.
That's what she's got coming up. So stay tuned. That's a teaser. Teaser.
Little teaser. It's a little teaser of your opinions.
What about you, Bizarre?
I just put up I finally edited together my movie vlog. So that just went up finally. It took me forever to get all the little clips because I filmed other stuff and then going through it. Yeah. But anyways, so that's up. That was a lot of fun. Kind of made me sad because I saw my old place and stuff. So it's been like 4 months. So anyways, and then I'm filming for next Sunday. I don't know if you all watching, but the Nerd Lounge.
Okay.
He did a challenge, like a buying challenge video, where you had to stay underneath like a price range, and he came up with challenges of like buy a hardcover, see how much manga you can get for this amount of money, and I did it and I filmed it. I didn't like it, so I'm gonna have to refilm it for Sunday, but I'm really excited about that. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I definitely go check him out, and then I'll link like his original channel, like his original challenge, and I will see, and then I guess you have to see if I beat him or not. But yeah, so I'm excited. But,
Did you say the Nerd Lounge challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called it the 150-pound manga challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I've got another indie comic review coming up on Friday, and then Monday a manga review. I was going to do Romantic Killer, but I think we're going to hold off on that because we're going to do a book read on that with Heartless Weeb. But I do have a bunch of others. I think I'm going to do the Black Paradox from Junji Ito because I just finished reading that one, and I have thoughts. So I have thoughts. So I will definitely be. I
was very interested to see how small that was compared to the other hardcovers. It was a very tiny little release.
And my Barnes & Noble put it with the other books from him, and I'm like, it's like, and then you see the other ones that are like full hardcover books, and I'm like, okay, so interesting choice of design, but all right, it's compact.
Yeah.
We'll check it out. I'm sorry, Baz.
Oh no, I was saying something and then I got a Discord message and I got distracted, so I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, I'm trying to sell some manga, so I'm like, oh, someone wants to buy something, get it out of my house.
It's like, please take it.
Yeah, Carrie, I still need to watch your most recent video. I just know that I'm going to go want to buy it, so I've been kind of putting it off.
Yeah, I'm kind of honest with my opinion on that book. Like, it's one where I still have to see.
Yeah.
So if you watched it, you'll know what I mean.
Okay, so I might actually watch it now because I was scared that I would want to go out and buy it right away.
I was the same way, and I do suggest watching it. I couldn't leave a comment, Carrie, because I watched it on my TV with my daughter because, anyway, it's a long story. I was like, I'm choosing, and we're watching Carrie. So, that's what we did.
No Coco Melon today, honey. We're watching Carrie.
Yeah, she's really into cat videos, which is fine, but I'm like, she likes repeating them, and I'm like, we're watching something new. So I just had a laugh, Carrie, about the end of how I really was like, I feel like she just predicted the path of the rest of this series, and I was like, I don't know how I feel. So
yeah, I was like, as soon as you were like, it's like this, and I was like,
yeah,
I can name like 7 movies that have this exact same story.
And I opened with 7, I think.
You opened with 2 or 3, and I was like, yeah. And then there's this one, and this one, and that one.
Yeah, that was a good way to open your video. Yeah, that was. So I'm going to hold off, and I will see what you say for the next one. So bizarre. Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't spoilery, but yeah, it made me want to wait. Carrie,
it's safe for you to watch.
Okay.
Yes, it is safe to watch. Kid friendly.
Yeah. It's safe to watch. It is not a glowing review.
It's pretty bad this time. I don't want a glowing review. No glowing reviews.
No, and I kept messing up the title because it's so darn long that I kept like changing certain words. So I'm like, I should just keep the book right here.
Yeah.
And look at it.
Usually with ones that the titles are that long, I usually just find whatever they bold, which is like what they want to be the short title anyway. So it's like that would be Court Wizard.
Yeah, that's what I did in my title for
Yeah.
the YouTube channel. Because if I put the whole thing in YouTube, it'd be too long, cut it down.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's a mouthful. That's like its own story right there. But
I like the cover on it.
I do too.
Mhm.
Apparently, my dog also did and decided to chew it up. But
What?
Oh no!
he never does that. For some reason, he got a hold of it, and I'm like, Logan, and he's like,
Like what?
It
What,
was
Mom?
there. I couldn't find my toy.
Poor manga.
Poor manga.
I found out the other day that my youngest, my 3-year-old, I didn't know I was rearranging my bookshelves, and she put, you know, those Right Stuff stickers they give you with the packaging information, whatever. She put it on the cover of volume 1 of my Full Metal Alchemist hardback. I was like, why of all the volume of just of any series? And then she laughed. I was like, why did you do this? I was like, it's not funny. I was like, don't you do it again. I think she felt my sternness in that moment
Did
because
you
I
get
was.
it off?
Yes, but there's not sticky residue, but I didn't want to like scratch it.
No, so what I do for like trying to fix my like library books that come, like the used library copies I get.
Yeah.
If you put Goo Gone on like a rag and you just wipe the Goo Gone in small circles, over time the sticky will come off. And after you get the Goo Gone, you just wipe it with a dry rag and let it sit out and let it just like evaporate.
I need to get some Goo Gone because I mean, thankfully it was on like the part I couldn't get off. It's on his armor, or not his armor, but his arm. So it's sort of like blends in a little bit. Like I feel like if I just held it up for a moment, you're just just taking it all in, not analyzing, it wouldn't be too noticeable. But I still was like, at least that would have been, I mean, I don't want it on there at all, but I was like, it would have been better if it was on the back at least, rather than the front. So I'll have to get some Goo Gone. And try, because I was so like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. And like you, Carrie, she's never done that ever. Like she'll read the manga, but she doesn't damage the manga.
Yeah, I mean, I've left books and he's never touched it, but for some reason he was attracted to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have fears because my cats have never like touched the bookshelf. But my cat missed the litter box for the first time in his life last night, so I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
I know my cats. They know, because I have one who'll sit there and go, "Would you like to watch me slowly push this book off the shelf and let it fall to the ground?"
My cats and dogs will chew up anything and everything, so that's why I have to keep my door closed. Yeah, and my dogs have ripped up my books, peed on my books.
Oh.
It's been a mess.
Look, I don't know if you could see, but in this case behind me, I have those Hot Toy figures from like different movies. I have downstairs my Star Wars collection, but I had out the Anakin one with the lightsaber. My little black cat Andy, who's a kleptomaniac, decided to steal the lightsaber and ran past me with it in his mouth. So
oh my god!
I have to keep that stuff hidden.
Yeah.
Behind a glass case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I actually need to run off and go pick up my wife. So thank you guys for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. You're always welcome back. And if anybody wants to check out Baz's channel, I have the link down below. I also got Laura and Bizarre, and I do appreciate everybody being on here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're getting really close to 600. Let's do it.
Yes.
But again,
do it.
We will be back next week, and I think we have a book club coming up Saturday. I have to double check with
Thanks. Is it this Saturday? No,
I don't know.
Next Saturday?
Or next Saturday. It's coming. I will give you details on my Twitter and Instagram once I find out.
Oh, yeah, I think it's the 12th, I think.
Yeah, I'll double check with them. But I do appreciate it, guys, and hope to see you again next week. Bye, everyone in the chat. Good night.